Let's jump into the story about the coronavirus. So check this out so I can freak you all out a whole lot more. We have the story from, I guess it's Live Science? Live Science? Live Science. How long can the new coronavirus last on surfaces? 9 days.
9 days.
This is actually week-old information, but I'm bringing it up first because we're now going to talk about the severity of everything. And I know a lot of people may have already been up to date, may have been watching some of my other videos talking about coronavirus. We're going to talk a bit about it, but I want to make sure I just show you some of the latest details. This is from today, or it's updated. It was from yesterday, updated today. The CDC has said it's not a question of if, but when. Look, she looks worried, if you ask me.
I mean, it's already here.
It's here. Yep.
It's already here. So for the people that have it, they've contacted people before they knew that they had
9 days on a surface.
9 days on the surface and a 24-day incubation period?
Up to 27.
Up to 27
so here's
incubation period. So, like, who knows?
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through some of these very important details for all of you because this is important. Adam, I don't think you've seen this story. I want you to read this.
Let's see. Dozens of passengers who were allowed off the Diamond Princess cruise after testing negative for coronavirus are now showing symptoms. Wow. So
45 people.
So the testing that they were doing, it doesn't even work.
Or they caught it after 14 days. So they were quarantined for 14 days.
Oh, wow.
And then they said, you guys are all good. No symptoms, no test.
Yeah.
Now they're sick.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
It's coming.
So it's happening.
It's coming. So Trump is apparently appointing Mike Pence in charge of the coronavirus response.
Does he have experience with tackling this kind of stuff? I don't know. This is an honest question.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
But I will tell you. I will tell you. Let's just those are the big key updates. But let's just jump into the general conversation, man.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sick of the politicking.
Yeah, that's true,
dude. I am.
Forget it.
I am. So here's the thing. I'm frustrated with Trump, but I do have to be a little bit fair. He's been saying like, it's going to be fine. Calm down. Don't worry about it.
I built a wall.
It'll be over in a few months.
Yeah, people are okay with it now.
I can understand why they would have to do that. Right?
Yeah.
Like, if they come out and they're like, the end is near. Go now. Like, ew, dude, people are going to freak out and start smashing windows and going,
true.
Like, I understand the need to keep people calm because the last thing you want is for people to panic. So what you want to do is promote the idea of the severity without panicking people.
Right. But I don't think he's doing that enough.
Yeah,
he's saying, no.
Right.
And I think his concern is the market's taking a hit.
Yeah.
But
obviously.
That's what he's going to start talking about.
But
now.
then you get some of the people on the other side. I'm not going to say that they who shall not be named. And they're like, it's the government's fault. And I'm like, whoa, dude. We do not need you politicking right now. We have a serious crisis and emergency. Sure, we can throw some criticism, towards the president.
Right.
But let's all sit back and let fly the plane and not try and disrupt this stuff.
Right.
It's really annoying to me when I wake up in the morning and I'm like, what's the news? And they're turning the coronavirus into a political debate.
That's ridiculous.
Because how are we going to deal with it?
It's not political. It's an actual virus that's hitting humans, all humans.
Yep.
Coronavirus isn't political.
Aren't we
but they're
supposed
making
to
it
be
political.
United against something? Like,
You'd
isn't an
think
alien
so.
invasion
Well,
supposed to bring us all together or
you'd
something?
think so.
Has Trump gone after the Democrats, accusing them of doing anything wrong?
No,
I haven't seen
not.
it. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
He's been look, for better or for worse, doing what he needs to be doing, I guess. But I don't know if you saw the videos, Adam.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen anything?
No, I've been just packing and driving.
Listen to yourself, man. You're out gallivanting about, climbing walls, standing, making, flexing and taking your participation trophies while the world's burning down all around you, man.
Yeah.
So no, this is actually a really good point because
drinking my coffee, everything's fine.
In Italy, there's videos of people.
I do know a little bit about this.
Yeah. So in Italy, there's the quarantine is really bad, and there are people fighting in the streets.
I didn't know about.
No, I'm in the shops.
In
I
the
said
shops.
Streets
Over stuff.
So I don't know exactly what the fights are over, but there's a video of like a guy walks up and just clocks another guy in the face, and
really just.
Yeah,
they're not fighting over a product. It just goes.
I don't know.
Clocks
I don't know exactly. All I know is
you gave me coronavirus.
No. The shelves are stripped.
Oh, there's nothing there.
The funny thing is they left the pasta. I'm not kidding.
Well, everyone probably already has the pasta at home.
You know what? I was going to ask. I was going to
Italy.
ask why that was, and you just gave me the answer before I even asked.
Yeah, I
That's
think
a good
so.
point.
They're like, we're good.
Yeah, I was thinking it's because it takes
We just
so much
need
water.
the sauce.
Yeah, they just need
We
sauce.
just need sauce. So we went to Sam's Club.
Oh,
the other
nice.
day. and there was like nobody in there. Got some ice cream. People
That's
were
surprising.
chilling.
Every time I've ever been in Sam's Club, it's packed.
So
Packed.
Here's the thing. Like, I thought when the CDC announced you need to go now, because I know if you guys been watching my stuff, you've probably seen me talk about this, but this freaked me out. It's genuinely freaked me out.
Yeah. This girl looks worried here.
This is like the Dr. Nancy Messonnier. Messonnier? I don't know how to pronounce her name. Probably Messonnier. Messonnier.
Sanier. Oh.
I don't know. Maybe it's French.
Yeah.
Cool.
She looks kind of worried, but apparently she warned people over a media call.
Okay.
Here's the thing, though. Apparently she was telling, okay, what are you doing, Daily Mail? Don't show me. That's gross. Apparently she's talking about how she was telling her kids, like her family, it's going to get really bad. And you need to prepare for a severe disruption in your lives. Schools are going to shut down. And so what I'm thinking is if she's going to admit this to the media, and normally the CDC is like, no, everything's fine. Go do your thing, you know, and she's telling her family. I think it's actually worse than she's letting on. I think it's way worse. So what happened with Italy was they had a few isolated cases. Mm-hmm. Now they are the worst affected country outside of Asia.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And they don't know how it happened.
I heard South Korea's hit really bad also, actually.
Yeah, you know about that, right, Lydia?
I don't know if it's worse than Italy, but I heard it was.
Yeah, so it went from
I thought that was the second worst.
Italy went from like 14 to 58 over the course of like 24 hours.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
Yeah. So it jumped exponentially. I think that was probably the biggest deal. So I don't know if the actual number is comparable to somewhere like China.
Oh, okay.
But the sheer increase in cases was like shocking.
Man. Let's do some math. You got 9 days on surfaces.
Yep.
You've got 14, potentially in some circumstances, 27-day incubation. Transmission while asymptomatic. Airborne. This is like worst case scenarios.
Oh, yeah, you have to wear eye shields too.
Yeah.
It can go in through your eyeballs.
I mean, weeks ago, it was like, okay, it might hit 60% of the population, and that was like a light guess.
That was them being like, worst case scenarios, we're looking at 60% global.
It feels like it's going to hit like 80, 90%.
No, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
You know what's like, weird?
Everyone knows, what is it, 6 degrees of separation?
Yeah.
Right? So it's the same kind of thing here. You know, you go and meet your friends.
With the incubation period?
Yeah, exactly.
And with asymptomatic transmission? Yes.
Exactly.
Yep. It's like everyone's going to get it. It's like we're in Plague Inc. Greenland's the only safe spot.
I mean, of course, it's funny that we all do live in our own little bubbles, though. So it is kind of, there's going to be a lot of people that are totally unaffected by this, I think.
So here's the thing. This is what really bothers me, because I'm sitting here like hearing us. I'm thinking about what we're talking about, and I'm like, are we really are we really
talking about this?
Is the world going to end? You know, like I went out and bought a bunch of water.
Yeah,
we got a bunch of 5-gallon things of water. We got some rice and beans and flour. Because, like I said this on Twitter, the worst case scenario is, guess what? You have taco night for a week. Congratulations. You have 7 days of taco night in 1 month. It's not the worst thing ever. I love taco night.
If it only lasts
In fact, we had
long.
taco night earlier. It was great. We had chicken in a slow cooker with some cheese. I'm looking forward to it, actually. But if you don't go out and get anything, and then it turns out to be really bad.
Until all the chickens die.
Yeah. What?
I mean, well.
The coronavirus is going to kill them?
But we're talking about humans being affected by this. Aren't animals going to be hit by this too?
For now, I don't think so.
Are they not...
I mean, this
whatever.
one. The problem is,
get it? I mean,
chickens don't get on planes.
Well, it doesn't matter. The farmer might. The farmer's going to know his son that.
But it's not going to
jump.
jump. It's not going to jump from the human to the animal.
If it's airborne, she's saying it goes through your eyelids.
So
I'm just asking. Can an animal get it though?
They can't get it from us. We got it from them, and as far as I understand, it cannot be transmitted back to animals right now. Not
rare
this
mutation
strain that we
right.
have. Yeah.
Okay.
So here's what I want to say. I want to say, they've been saying the whole time, chill out.
Yeah.
And then it's gotten worse every step of the way.
Yeah.
China was like, dude, in January it was 14 people. For real, like beginning of January it was like 14 people have a strange new respiratory illness. Yeah. And now it's like 80,000 people and 3,000 dead. It's like it's been 2 months.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is it really that bad? I don't know. But what I can say is governments are freaking out. Mm-hmm. And the way I always think about it is, I think their actions speak so much louder than their words. If the government's like, everything's going to be cool.
But then,
and then they plan
someone in the CD is like telling her family, like, you guys need to prep.
It's going to get bad.
And make sure, because everything's going to hit the fan.
Reminds me of like a disaster movie.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like A Day After Tomorrow, where the dude called his kid and he's like, it's going to get bad. Stay inside. No one else knew. Actually, yes, it's a really good example.
Yeah.
You guys have seen Day After Tomorrow, right?
You're right. That's
Jake
exactly
Gyllenhaal. Gets a phone call from his dad who says, stay inside. The storm is going to freeze everybody. And so he goes in the library, and then all the people leave except for like 6 people. And he's like, don't leave, don't leave. And they're like, oh, please. And then all dead.
Yep.
That's what it feels like. So she's like telling her family. Then she gets on the phone with these reporters, and they're still, this is the craziest thing. I see these people from like, I don't want to name the outlet, lefty digital outlets being like,
Okay.
these stories about China lying in the biolab, it's just propaganda to make China look bad because the conservatives hate China or whatever. And I'm like, okay, man, you believe whatever you want.
You should go over there and interview them.
Yeah,
I'm joking,
dude. But here's the crazy thing too. When I tweeted something about when this really, if this does become what they're calling disease X, that's what the World Health Organization is scared. It's the hypothetical disease that reaches like global penetration.
Yeah.
I was like, people are going to be sure glad that Donald Trump built that wall.
Yeah, build the walls.
And people on Twitter are like, you're so dumb. A fence can't stop a virus.
No, but
Like,
reducing the number of people coming across.
Do you know who
will.
carries the viruses?
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Like, there's not like little germs floating through the air going, and like
Oh no,
going
there's
in
a
between.
wall.
Yeah, right. No, I'm like, it's a human being coughing.
Yeah.
And then stopping at the fence and going like, darn, and turning
Well,
around.
I can't go this way anymore.
So here's, I actually want to show all of you guys something. Now, look, there's a little picture of me. You can see, isn't that cute? It's an old picture of me.
Whoa,
It's
a different colored shirt. It's actually a colored
Didn't know
shirt.
what to do with that.
It's blue.
He's wearing a colored
It's a
shirt.
blue shirt. So this is a website from it's preparewithtim.com. I've only ever done a promo for these guys one time, and it was during I think like a hurricane or something. So I don't like doing these buy your gold, people. The end is near. You know, I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate doing these things where like you're doing an emergency food supply because you've got the bad news. It feels such like I don't know. It feels ugh. You know what I mean?
Have you tried this stuff yet?
I did. We had some.
Yeah.
And
I haven't tried
We ended up not having to eat it.
Oh, okay.
So here's the thing. I'm not pulling this up to do a promo by no means, but I will, as an aside, just mention, preparewithtim.com is the site that has it, but I'm doing this to show you this. So I did a promo for this on my earlier, on my Timcast news channel because, and I mean this sincerely. All right. You've probably never seen me do anything like this, but I have done like 10 videos where I'm seriously like, dude, coronavirus is getting bad. You need to take care of yourself. Get some water because we've got videos of people fighting in these shops, shelves being drained. And I'm showing this now not as a promo, but I'm showing it because their demand is up 100 times. And now they're at
100 times.
And but here's the thing. When we pulled this up, look at this. The update just went up, 5-week delay.
Wow.
And literally 20 minutes ago before we started, we pulled this up. I was showing Adam, I'm like, hey, check out this thing, 4-week delay.
Wow.
And since we've been talking, it's up to a 5-week delay.
Well, earlier in the day, it was only 35 times.
Yep.
They were, yeah.
When I did a promo, it was 35 times. So I want to
normal volume, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
35 times normal volume. So here's the thing.
It's not just the preppers anymore.
Well, I think if you're not,
it's the new age preppers.
if you're not taking care of this stuff, I think you're nuts. And if you got someone from BuzzFeed convincing you not to go to the store,
you know? Yeah, like what's the hurt of going to make sure you have like a week's worth of water so you can we
you
need
get
water.
embarrassed?
We need water.
you're more concerned about your social appearance than your survival.
I don't understand
Maybe.
the stigma. You're just preparing to take care of your family. I don't get
Yeah,
it.
well, I think the stigma comes from the people that like build underground bunkers
but this
with
isn't
security
that.
But not even, that's cool.
No,
Yeah, that is
I
cool.
do. I think so too. But I think that's where
Dude.
it comes from because some of those people are a little cuckoo. They're a
No,
little,
that's because the TV finds the cuckoo ones.
You're right. That's
Yeah.
it. That's where the stigma comes from.
Dude.
From the cuckoo ones.
Think about what would happen to you if you live in a city. If you listening at home, you live in New York City,
That scares me.
I weep for you.
I lived in New York for a long time, and I can imagine going to the store.
Remember
and
Sandy?
It was all I was in New York for Sandy actually, and
And the stores were all shut down.
Well, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but I was in a high ground area in Brooklyn, so it wasn't as bad, and we didn't lose power, so it was like, but I had friends that were living in South Manhattan, and they couldn't do anything. They were stuck. They didn't have anything.
In the South, it's like the Lower East Side of Manhattan.
Yeah.
I remember because I was staying in Brooklyn and I rode my bike across the bridge, came down. There was no electricity, and there were lines out the door of, they're called bodegas in New York, for those that are familiar.
Yeah.
They're like little corner store shops that sell, that's where most people get their milk and their bread and their eggs and their food.
Yep.
You don't go to, I mean, there's some grocery stores that are bigger and better.
Yeah, they're sporadic, yeah.
But most people go to the bodega, and there were lines out the door, and they had 2 guards standing at the door with like big dudes, arms crossed, and they were letting in 1 person at a time. They had no electricity, so they couldn't do anything other than cash transactions.
Ah, okay.
And all of the perishables were gone.
Yep.
Like the milk, the eggs and everything, they were like, nah, but there's canned beans.
Yep.
And so I went in there to see what they had, and they were like, the refrigerator still has soda and everything. It's all warm. Milk, bread, cheese, it's gone.
Yeah.
And they were without power for like, I think 2 weeks,
Yeah,
like
it was
some
a while.
ridiculous number.
Yeah.
You know what the cool thing about that was, though?
What?
That the flooding from the hurricane knocked over a bunch of bus stops, and skaters were riding through the streets grinding on them.
Ah, yeah.
I remember seeing, I was like,
Remember that.
dude, that's kind of cool. Like, I know everyone's life is kind of miserable over this, but hey, you know, they can skateboard on the knocked over bus stop.
But it's like, bottom line is, it's okay to prepare yourself for some of this.
Dude,
'Cause
actually,
this is serious. Coronavirus is gonna spread to the States.
but here's
eventually. It's
no, it's here. It's here.
No,
so
it's going to spread around the
right.
States.
So I think this is from the CDC. They said what we've tracked already in the here in the U.S.
Yeah.
There's probably already thousands of people. Are you pressing the button?
Yeah, that's me. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
messed up.
I'm like,
I thought you were
flipping
going to
around.
read it.
No, so they're saying when our case is reported, it's because we got a severe case.
Yep.
Somebody goes to the hospital, they're coughing, they're gagging, they're wheezing, and they say we're going to do a test. That's coronavirus. That means there are tons of people who have it
Yep.
that are probably just like, it's the flu. I'll just stay in bed all day.
Exactly.
And what's really scary
And have
is,
my friend bring me some soup and
but I don't blame people
boom,
for that.
and then their friend has it now.
Right.
And then their friend leaves not knowing, oh, they just had the flu. I brought them soup. And then
20% get severe cases. That means hospitalization.
20%.
20%.
Does age matter in that?
Yeah, so most of the people who have died have been older people with pre-existing conditions.
Oh, okay.
But younger people have died too.
Like
that's
kids?
what's freaky. No, like some people in their 30s. Like that's supposed to be the
Are they
safe
healthy
number.
though?
Yeah. Like the one guy was a doctor. That's like the big main story of the doctor.
Like a 30-year-old doctor?
He was like in his 30s, right? How old was he?
He was 34.
34.
34.
Yeah,
That's
sorry,
like
guys.
our age.
That's right between you
Dude,
guys.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't want to
good.
get sick and die.
I don't want to get sick and die.
I'll be good.
But
You'll be good.
we our job is based in an isolated basement, which we never have to leave. So we're gonna lock ourselves inside, play Magic the Gathering, and never go out again.
I just got back from flying to my other spot.
Running
to
around in
drive
dirt?
here.
Running around in the dirt,
Yeah, that's
literally
true.
getting all dirty.
It
with a bunch
rained a
of
little
people.
bit too, so it was super muddy. It was a lot of fun actually.
So look, I'll wrap we can wrap this one up, and I'll just say, because I know I say it a lot, but I mean it with the utmost sincerity. I'm not, I did a promo from preparewithtim.com earlier on my other channel. I'm showing now just because 5-week delay, 100 times demand, I think is news in and of itself. Even if this isn't going to be the worst thing in the world, you can see how it'll affect supply chains. That means your favorite, you like that fancy toasted raviolis you get at your local store? Nah, it's gone. Okay, well, what about some dry pasta noodles and water? Well, they left those behind, so that's what you'll get to eat. So take it seriously, right?
yeah, definitely.
And I guess we'll see what happens. Trump says he's on it. I think it's bad, and I think our reaction has been pretty good. We're not expecting the apocalypse, but you want to have a little bit of an overreaction because an underreaction would be worse, right?
Yeah, that's true. Right.
So I'll leave it there, and we'll jump over to some super chats. But we do have another story. This one's even crazier. Facebook is censoring concern posts, apparently, like ads that are. Yeah, this is nuts.
Yeah, this shocked me.
So I'm gonna read.
It did it. I don't know actually. I'm not surprised, but it is like they're blocking coronavirus.
Oh, dude, I'm so not surprised. Facebook has been censorious and going nuts.
You're right.
And then we'll get into it. We're going to read the super chats, and then we're going to come back to this next story where apparently Facebook is banning ads that want to create a sense of urgency around the virus. That's nuts.
Yeah,
the government is doing it.
Yeah, the CDC just came out and was like, you guys need to have a sense of urgency.
And now Facebook's like, nope, ban.
Like, no. We banned the CDC from Facebook. Like, what?
All right, let's grab as many super chats as we can, and then we'll jump over to the next segment. Facebook censorship in a time of crisis is freaky to me.
Yeah,
of
I
all
agree.
times.
Don't like
You want to
that.
talk politics? You annoy me.
Yeah, it's actually happening. Coronavirus is spreading.
right.
Why shouldn't there be a sense of urgency?
Let's
Go.
grab these super
Yeah.
chats, otherwise we'll keep
Yeah.
So Liam Stroud says, how much do you think smaller towns in the middle of nowhere with relatively small population, low to mid thousands, will be affected if the coronavirus, I'm assuming you meant spreads?
That's what I was thinking.
It's bad.
I don't think that I think those small towns aren't going to be as affected.
But
no, you're wrong.
Adam, didn't
How?
you just drive through a bunch of small towns on your way from Phoenix?
So are you saying I have the coronavirus?
I'm just saying, if you did, all of those
if I
people
did.
would
You were
have
coughing
too.
earlier.
No, I wasn't.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no, I'm kidding. No, listen.
Was I?
Smaller towns still need to get their supplies from other places.
That's true, yeah.
So self-sufficient small farm towns would probably be okay.
Well, I mean, I drove past hundreds and hundreds of truckers.
Yeah.
Yep.
And those truckers are driving
9 days
from yeah, exactly. So
Yep.
they pick up some stuff, throw it on the truck, shake the hand of the dude that they've
Boom.
known for 30 years who just
Plague
got
Inc.
it from something else, spreads.
Yep. Thanks for checking out this segment from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show every Monday through Friday at 8 p.m., sometimes an hour or two. And we do have a full live recorded version of the show that includes a lot of comments and smaller segments you probably don't see. If you want to check that out, you can watch live at 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, or become a member of this channel. And for $5 a month, you get full access to all of the recorded podcasts. Every day after the show, we make them available in the community section of this YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe and stick around for more segments and more shows Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you all in the next show.